Greetings and salutations, family. It's Dr. Eric D. Harris, PhD, here with you once again. Thank you so much for taking the time to join me. Today's program is sponsored by Pivot Point Consulting, L.L.C. The link is below. Check them out. Also, the new book is out. Yes, indeed, the book is out by yours truly, Dr. Eric D. Harris, PhD. The Self-Development Toolkit, a comprehensive guide to self-development strategies that you can use and deploy and employ each and every day at this very moment, or when you purchase the textbook. The book is available by Books By. You can get that. The link is below. It is fantastic. A great read, multiple ages, all applicable. I would urge you to get it. It's very, very rich. We're going to go ahead and get into today's topic. The gatekeepers of your greatness. You are great. Remember that. Don't let anyone tell you different. And why you must protect your ambition. We often talk about ambition as a solo journey, a fire that burns within us. But the reality is your ambition is a very fragile resource. It's a hot commodity. Just like a delicate flame, it can be fanned into a roaring inferno in the right companions or amongst the right group and social setting, or it can be completely smothered by the wrong individuals that you come into contact with. The people you surround yourself with are not just mere bystanders in your life. They are the architects of your emotional and mental environment that help you to evolve and also develop. If you want to achieve your goals, the goals that you have held near and dear to your heart, you have to be intentional about who earns a seat at your table. Again, you have to be intentional about who earns a seat at your table. And the key word is earn. Very imperative. Here is why protecting your ambition is a non-negotiable, and how to choose individuals, the right individuals, that will seek to edify and fuel that ambition that you have. You have to have the right nourishment. The cost of being surrounded by fighters. You want to be surrounded by individuals who push, who fight, who are dedicated, who are disciplined, who understand. Not everyone is equipped to hold the weight of your vision. They are not. Some people will inherently fight your ambition and not support or seek to nourish that. Not necessarily because they're bad people per se, but because your growth forces them to confront their own failures and their stagnation. When you surround yourself with people, you want to surround yourself with people that embody the experience that you have, that mirror the energy that you have. And here's why. Energy leakage. You spend more time justifying your goals and defending your work than actually pursuing the things that you seek to desire to produce. You don't want to have to do that. You want to be able to be in a space where you're able to dedicate that energy and push forward and make sure that you are adhering to those things that you see yourself achieving. The crab in a bucket effect. When you begin to start to climb, people who are uncomfortable with their own sense of limitations will subconsciously or consciously seek to pull you back to their level. You don't want to be around that. You want people that will seek to catapult, that will scream your name, that believe in you, that believe in what you have envisioned and will seek to facilitate that with you. Or diminished vision. Constant criticism, a subtle skepticism creates a mental static, a space where it makes it more difficult for you to adhere to your own intuition, and you don't want that. But here's how to create your inner circle, the circle that will supplant. Protecting your ambition isn't about being arrogant. It's not. It's about being confident. It's about being strategic. You don't need a massive crowd. You don't need a house of 20,000, 15,000. You don't need that. You need a support ecosystem. Look for those qualities in people that you think that you will need, and you need to keep those individuals close to you. The yes and advocates. Look for people who don't accept your ideas, but build upon your ideas. Hey, that's a grand idea, but think about this, think about that. Let's get together, let's brainstorm, let's move beyond that conventional wisdom and push the bar. They don't fight your vision. They offer a sense of perspectives that make it sharper and more resilient and sound and more attainable. Holders of high standards. Fueling your ambition means being challenged. Surround yourself with people who aren't afraid to point out when you're playing small and you're not believing in what you've stated, and you're not setting yourself up to be great. You're just seeking to be good enough. Emotional generosity. True supporters celebrate your wins without seeking to center themselves in your wins. Their comfort level with your success is the strongest indicator of their investment in you. And that is a huge indicator, because if they are truly invested, it is not only healthy, but it fuels the dynamic. It allows you to connect with individuals that share the same space. And also the silent supporters. Sometimes the best people aren't the ones cheering the loudest. They're not. They're the ones that provide you the space that you need to work in peace, and you will need peace to do the work. They respect the hustle, the grind. They don't demand time when time is not available, when you are deep in that creation and brainstorming phase. So how to transition your circle. You don't have to cut everyone off overnight. You don't have to do that. But you must shift the balance of influence in your life in order to be successful. Audit those interactions. After spending time with someone, ask yourself those gradient questions. Do I feel more energized, or do I feel drained? Is this a waste of time? Is this person engaged in the preponderance of negativity? Are they happy? Are they miserable? Your body knows the answer before your brain does. Increase signal to noise ratio. Spend more time with mentors and peers that are thinking and moving in a programmatic manner. In creators, that's a place where you can join in Genesis and create and seek to actively build and bounce ideas off one another, and intentionally create those boundaries with those that simply thrive on drama and mishmash and cynicism. I mean, you don't need that in your life. So be the standard, often by unapologetically chasing your ambition. We naturally filter out people who aren't meant to go the distance with us. Everyone is not going to go the distance with you, and they're not meant to in this journey. Some people only get so far because they don't have what it takes as it relates to benefiting and seeking to help you along in that space as it relates to those interactions. So the bottom line is this: your ambition is your most valuable asset. It's something that you have to hold on to. It's something that you have to adhere to. It is your mission. It is your purpose. It is your life force. It is the fuel for the future you. You can't give it away lacklusterly, and you can't allow yourself to waste energy in relationships with people that create obstacles for you. So protect your focus, protect your energy, choose your company wisely. I can't undergird or state that enough. And watch how much faster you reach the finish line, the objectives, the goals that you set for yourself, when you aren't carrying that dead weight to the finish line. Dr. Eric D. Harris, PhD. Be well. Peace.